Hello again, my name's Gabe Zullo. Watched a couple of flicks on the Birther Report, and they were with really Carl Gallup hosting his radio show. One of them he had Dr. Grace on as a guest, and the other he was just actually trying to bring people up to speed as to what's going on with Sheriff Joe and Lieutenant Zullo's investigation on the Chosen One. You know, that jokester at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the guy that's totally destroying our country. I don't have a problem with the information being provided. I have a problem with the type of information that was provided. And the reason that is if you listen to what Carl Gallup really had to say, first of all, he said that he knows everything. And he doesn't need to reinforce that to us, because what that says is we're stupid because we don't know anything. That's how I view it. We know that he's close with Lieutenant Zullo, and we know that they talk, and we also suspect that he must know a whole lot more than we know. But he doesn't have to reinforce that every time he talks about it, telling us that he knows everything. And again, we know nothing. The thing, too, that bothers me is when he said that we expect the information to be released, that's earth-shattering information, to be released before the latter part of March. And then he said, well, that might get pushed out sometime in 2014. By saying that, what he's done is, I think he's hurt whatever they're trying to accomplish. The other thing I don't understand is, he also said that the major media is now involved and they know certain things. Well, what do you know about the major media? Well, we know that they're not in favor of the Republican Party. We know that they support this Usurper, who's again at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. So if they know anything, don't you think they're going to tell them? I'm inclined to think they're going to tell them. The other thing, too, that I don't understand is with NSA doing what they do, where they can turn on our computers without us knowing our computers are turned on. They can look at us through our cameras without us knowing that they're doing this. With all of the data mining that they've done for who knows how long, do you not think that they've had a microscope on the sheriff? Do you not think that they've had a microscope on Lieutenant Zullo, on Carl Gallup, on a whole lot of other key people that are involved in this investigation? I gotta believe they've got more than a microscope. Dr. Grace even referred to an organization that's part of the government that does nothing but that. They try to discredit, they try to disparage, they try to investigate people that they fear. I have no doubt that that's what they've already done. So I don't know what it is that the lieutenant might have, or Sheriff Joe might have. I hope that they have whatever they need to have to get this jokester dragged out of the White House. But again, I don't understand how they can have it and NSA doesn't have it, and Obama's criminal dysfunctional administration doesn't have it. So we'll see. What I do know is that if nothing comes out of this, any credibility that they had will be gone. They meaning the sheriff and Lieutenant Zullo. It will be over. So, and then again, if they do have whatever they say they have, that's so earth-shattering, Obama, being like a rat in a corner, what's he going to do? Let's assume that they've got definitive proof that he was born in 1960. Let's assume that his parents weren't who he says his parents were. Let's assume they've got definitive proof he was born in Kenya or Istanbul or anywhere else. What do you think he's going to do? Huh? Well, what I think he's going to do is what I've said he's going to do for quite a while. He's going to declare martial law. Now, what people may or may not know is that the military cannot fire on American citizens. They cannot impeach American citizens, except once the president declares martial law. That is the only time that he can order the military to turn against the American people. And that is the only time that the military can, if that's what they choose to do, turn against the American people. So you don't think he's going to declare martial law? Wake up, folks. He's not flying all these radicals from the war-torn Syria and the war-torn Iraq and the war-torn wherever else into the country to give them sanctuary. He's building his army with those kinds of people. Hell's going to break loose real soon. Now that's what I think. What do you think?